makes a celebrity different to you? Do famous people have more power, more light? What is it about them? What about Russell Brand versus Richard Branson? Well, I've met Richard Branson, and he's sort of quiet but so funny, very polite and lovely, and was quite impressed that I didn't have a drink with him. We had quite a lovely talk. And Russell Brand I haven't met, but when I see the videos of Russell Brand, people don't really get it when they're interviewing him. It's different if he's doing an interview. But when Russell is being interviewed, it's obvious that the people, I don't think I've ever met one yet, who really gets him. That this man has light in him. And that light is the power that brings into this world so much light. He's using that in a way to bring awareness to people when people are being so stupid and so racist and closed-minded about what's really going on in the world. And so many great people that have power in their life really use it in a great way to help this world. And Russell Brand is one of them. Richard Branson is one of them. And you might say, well, how do these people get this power, get this light? What's the difference between me and them? There is no difference except for the fact that people come into this world already affected by past lives and different things that they've had in their life, whether they've meditated or not, whether they've got empowerment or not from past lives. And the thing is, someone can be born with a lot of power. They may have meditated a lot in a past life. They come into this world and they forget it. But that doesn't mean that the power isn't going to propel them to have success in their life, because that's what happens. However, I've met quite a few that really don't have it together and have misused it and never quite got there in a great way. Dennis Weaver that I interviewed, he was absolutely wonderful. Such a humble, beautiful man. And I just want you to know, though, the difference between a celebrity and you, there is no difference. We've all got this beautiful soul. We can all do whatever we want to do. Someone can be extremely successful like Richard Branson and be an absolutely model of a human soul and not really think he's on a spiritual path. But I said to him when we had a talk, I said, but you're so spiritual. I said, everything that you do, you do these balloons, you go on these boats and do dangerous things in your life, and you've really gone for it, you've never backed down. I said, it's because it's like this power in you to move forward and to find that freedom, to do something that's a risk. I said, is the spirit longing to be connected again to its source? And he sort of thought that was a nice notion and smiled and wasn't rude to me at all with that. But I think with Russell Brand, I think he really gets that. I think he is doing it. I think there's a lot more light in him than he will even let on to other people, because within him, he's very sweet soul, and he has not an ego like people may think he does at all. What I see in the light in him is a very sweetness, a wanting, a compassion for others, a wanting for other people to really get it. And of course, in a way that can take the mickey out of a lot of people. Some Americans just really don't get him, but he's wonderful in all that he does. But as far as you're concerned, you watching this now, it's not about becoming famous or successful. It's about using what you have right here, right now. You have this rare human experience, and you can excel in anything that you do. But if you don't go into the silence, you don't exercise your body, you're not looking after who you are within yourself, you'll just always be looking for meaning in life from meaningless, like deep and meaningless conversations, meaningless sort of activities, when the true meaning of life is to connect with your higher self. And of course, doing things that are extraordinary for you. What is extraordinary for you is doing something that you've never done before, that you've been afraid of. You jump over that terror barrier and you go for it and you do it. And if you're getting into yourself too much and why me and why them and not me, do some kindnesses for others. Think of others. Whenever you do a kindness for others, it always excels a fulfillment within you. It sort of turbocharges who you are, because people get so into themselves. I've got to find outside sources to do this, outside sources to do that. And in fact, it's all the true happiness and the true peace, that light that shines, is within you. You can make of your life whatever you choose to make of it. But I just think these particular two gentlemen in two entirely different ways. Richard Branson and Russell Brand have done it in a way. They've come through the Maya, particularly Russell, and come out on top into the light. You can too. An extraordinary thing for you can be something that's ordinary for somebody else, but what's extraordinary for you is for you to realize that what is within you, and this light pulsating everywhere, is what's extraordinary. So have a happy life. Don't compare yourself to others. When you see someone who's done something successful and really good, instead of saying why them and why me, congratulate them. Think to yourself, that's fantastic. And when someone's excelling in their spiritual practices or in their life in any way, shape or form, one must always say that that's fantastic because they went for it. They deserve it. They've gone for it. And then when you can look at life in that way, they're great. I love those people. They've done really fantastic. I'm not doing fantastic. Oh, woe's me. No, I can do better every day. Even if it's just something as simple as I make my bed perfectly every day to keep my mind state clear. I start yoga classes. I start some sort of class to get out of my own head and into some sort of physical activity that's good for me, that I feel good about, that I take a risk. Take a risk every day. And I don't mean doing something stupid, but just doing something that you would normally do. Say hello to someone who's in the shopping counter. She's, all these people cranky, there's a long line. Give her a compliment, say something nice. To me, that is doing something extraordinary as well, because you've got out of yourself and you've thought of someone else. So, if you really want to get back into this, what I call an extraordinary life, have a look at the Mystical Success Club. The Mystical Success Club is something where people from all walks of life have light transmitted to them, learn about meditation practice, success in many, many different forms, so that you can have abundance in all areas of your life, including your heart. So this is Michelle Blood, and thank you very much for watching today.